Hi everyone! My name is Alyssa Goodeaux. I am a connection coach and I wanted to talk to you today about the secret to success. So people come up to me and they say things all the time like, I am just not a morning person, I can't time manage no matter how hard I try, and I've done every tip and trick in the book, and I'm just not an organized person. And maybe that's just how I am born to be. And the truth is that's not the case. It's not true that we are born either organized or unorganized. And that's just how it is. When we see successful people, we see people that have actually worked to diligently make good choices and people that have prioritized in a way that has set them up for success. So I used to actually believe this about myself. I was convinced that I wasn't a morning person. I was born to not be a morning person. I would wake up and I would lay in bed for 30 minutes or so scrolling on Facebook or watching videos on Instagram. Whatever it was, I would lay there for a while and until it was the very last minute to get up for my day. And I was wondering why I wasn't having a good day. I mean, I might have a generally good day, but I didn't feel energized. I didn't feel like I was purposely setting myself up for success. I was actually setting myself up for failure because I didn't have a plan. And that's the most important thing that you can do, is have a plan. So I started gathering up some people who I've heard before say that they're morning people, or people that I knew would wake up and immediately go exercise, and they would go meditate, and they would do all of these amazing things that looked like they had their life together. And I would ask them, how did you become a morning person? What is your secret? Are you just naturally this way? And the truth was, the best piece of honest advice that I got was they weren't always a morning person, and they actually had to make themselves habitually choose to immediately get up out of bed. Whenever their alarm would go off, they would immediately get up out of bed and start their day. And so I want to challenge you with planning your day as soon as you get up. If you want to be a morning person, start actively choosing to set your alarm, jump up out of bed, put your alarm clock across the room if you have to get up, and actively make the choice to not go back to bed. Go, do your morning routine, brush your teeth, do your hair, get ready for your day. But sit down and take 5 or 10 minutes and decide what kind of day you want to have. Do you have a book that you've been wanting to read forever? Do you have that special closet that you've been needing to organize for forever? Do you have an exercise routine you want to implement into your life? Pick something that you can start to work on and plan it in your day. Write down what your day is going to look like. And whenever we do this before we actually start, we position ourselves, our brain, to consider that throughout the day. So whenever we're walking our life out, we tend to not realize that we're actually not prioritizing what's important to us. So if I decide I am going to read this book because I've been meaning to for such a long time, I want to read this book. But say lunchtime comes around and some friends, some coworkers invite me to go have lunch with them. Instead of reading the book like I said that I wanted to do, I'm like, well, it's actually not that important. I'd rather go have fun with my friends. So I go and have lunch with my coworkers. And that's not a bad thing. But if you're actually committed to reaching your goals in the time that you've said that you will, you have to make these choices and decide, is this more important right now, or is this more important? And be honest with yourself. Sometimes we make goals because we think that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to exercise because that's what, and you should be doing something active because it benefits your body. It benefits you mentally and physically. But maybe you think that you have to run every day, or maybe you think that you have to have abs. What are your expectations of yourself and why? Why do you want these goals? So that's the most important thing, is to ask, do I actually want this for me? Or did somebody else kind of place this expectation on me and now I think I have to fulfill it? And now we're running because we think that we're failing at something that somebody else put on us. And it's not true. You are not obligated to do something just because somebody else is doing it, and that's what success is supposed to look like. Success is different for everyone, right? So start small. Whenever you want to make a goal, don't just put read a book, because that's going to look so intimidating. It's intimidating to look at a 300-page novel and go, I have to read all of that. Okay. Sit down and plan your day and say, for 5 minutes, I am going to read. Or for 10 pages, I'm going to finish 10 pages on my lunch break today. Make it into bite-sized pieces until you can achieve your goal. That way it's not so intimidating. And the last thing I want you to remember is to let go of perfection, because making habit changes is about making choice changes. And that's not always that easy. Some days are easier than others, and it's okay to have a cheat day, right? Sometimes we think because we are compromising something in the moment, that we are compromising something overall. So say I want to be more organized, right? So for that day, I am going to start in a particular closet. I have this particular closet that I want to organize. So for my day, I am going to start with the first 2 shelves in that closet, because that's a bite-sized piece that I can reasonably do in a few minutes or so to start. But if it's lunch with friends or organize these 2 shelves, sometimes it's okay to say, you know what, I have been working really hard towards this goal, and I'm not going to get this opportunity again, so I'm going to go enjoy my life with my friends. It's okay to do that sometimes. But also remember that the next time you approach it, say, okay, if this goal really matters to me, then I am going to, no, I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for the invite, but this is really important to me and I really need to get it done. These are the choices that you're making throughout your day. So I hope that whenever you approach your goals, I hope that you can approach them in a way that is gracious to yourself and realistic. And do something that really matters to you and not just to other people. So if you have a goal in mind, I want to see what they are and how you plan to get to them. And let me know in the comments. Bye!